Justin's a loser, always has been.
Here's my problem with Canada. Canada was meant to be the 51st state. We don't need their lumber. We have a lot of lumber. So we don't need their milk. We got a lot of milk.
All right, Donald Trump having an interview with Fox News. Again, he's talking about Canada becoming the 51st state. Also, he said he'd rather deal with a liberal. What do you mean by that? Stirring up quite a few reactions online. Before we get into it, if you enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you don't, hit that dislike button. Please consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments if you liked it or didn't like it. Pretty much anything goes here.
You're tougher with Canada than you are with some of our biggest adversaries.
Only because it's meant to be our 51st state.
So many people get mad about Trump talking about the 51st state, but really, this is Justin Trudeau's fault.
They should be a state. That's why I told Trudeau when he came down, I said, what would happen if we didn't do it? He said Canada would dissolve. Canada wouldn't be able to function.
Whether you're for it or against it, people need to start taking it seriously. Donald Trump is really unpredictable. He doesn't seem to be letting this go. And with the chance of another liberal government, Trump probably sees an opportunity because of the weak leadership.
One of the nastiest countries to deal with is Canada. The people that, now this was Trudeau, the people that good old Justin, I call him Governor Trudeau, his people were nasty. And they weren't telling the truth. They never told the truth.
And Trump really doesn't like the liberals. They're nasty. They don't tell the truth. Dishonesty with the liberals isn't the only thing. Laws only seem to apply to certain people. Anti-Israel activists are allowed to protest. While a Christian preacher is arrested.
This officer, he can choose Jesus Christ and he can repent. And this officer can repent today and turn to Jesus Christ. That's good news.
Trump talking about dealing with a liberal.
The Liberal Party is going to win now in the next election, most likely. And they were down and out. Isn't that going to make them more hostile to us and possibly
I'd rather deal with a liberal than a
for China closer to Canada, and that would really put us in a bind.
Now, in the chance that the Canadian people are stupid enough to elect another liberal government, he's saying he's okay with it because they're much easier to deal with, meaning he can walk all over them. It was an insult to Carney.
The conservative that's running is stupidly no friend of mine. I don't know him, but he said negative things. So when he says negative things, I couldn't care less. I think it's easier to deal, actually, with a liberal. And maybe they're going to win, but I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me at all.
Now, I really do think Trump doesn't care who wins. If Pierre does, there'll be a little bit of a pushback, but really they do share a lot of the same views.
So your end game is what with them?
My end game is I don't want to have a big deficit. I don't want to see the United States of America, and you say 60 and I say 200, but it doesn't matter. I don't want us to pay 60 or $200 billion to a country.
He doesn't want a big deficit, and that shouldn't anger people. Why would they? He sees it a lot like people are seeing the CBC. If you can't function without a handout, maybe you shouldn't exist.
That if they were a state, think of this, he would be our biggest, most beautiful, it would be great. This state, it would be cherished. We'd take care of it. The people would pay half what they're paying right now.
That's it for this one. Let me know in the comments what you think. See you in the next one.